Hello YouTube and welcome to the Devlog. In this video we're going to be showcasing a bunch of new things. Mainly the new item UI, some new puzzles that I designed that are still a work in progress, and some updated platforms because I figured they could use a bit of remodeling. And I think it would just look better. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so let me start out with the new item UI. Now, this is going to be a bit difficult to explain. Well, probably not. It all depends on how you say it, I guess. So, I'm going to try to do my best to explain it. I've been coding quite a bit recently, and so I've tried my hardest to work on this by myself, but I needed a little bit of help. But essentially what it's going to do, every time we collect something, okay, wait for it, you get an item added to your That's insane. Who would have thought? If you picked up something, you actually get something from it. Who would have thought? That's insane. No, but for real, it was quite simple to add. All you have to do is just write a script that basically says, once you go into the hitbox of this, it will disappear, and then add a number to the counter. And for this, we just picked a font. I forgot the name of it. It was something Sans, but I thought it looked the best, and I think it would be nice. So essentially, I just picked that, I threw that in, and I added a little symbol right to the side of it that I made in Paint. I know, professional game dev using Paint, am I right? But seriously, once I finished that, it all looked nice, and I can just walk into one of these bolts, and it'll pick it up. Just like I worked it out to be. And I'm going to put these all across the map and inside of chests. And what I'm thinking is you're going to be able to redeem them for, medals are going to be gears. Now, I think I've already explained this, but gears are essentially things that are going to buff Spunk's stats and the team, so you can equip them with different party members. Or they might just have an effect for the whole party. I'm still deciding, but if you can use these to buy them in the shops in town that I explained in a couple of devlogs back. And it's going to start in Split Town, and I'm going to make some secret areas that you can get to from the parkour to get some bolts, and you can use those to get some gears. And you can use the gears to become OP, and then you can use OP to beat the game. But we need people to play longer. This is not good. Remove them from the game. Alrighty, and now this is going to be a glitch that happened with the bolt animation. Now, what I didn't realize at the time is animation records all three transforms, and that's a funky word just to say movement. And so I was trying to only record the Y, and even if I locked the X and Z, it still would record that position and make it immediately snap to there, which I thought was jank, and it should only snap there if you want it to snap there. There should be a setting that could toggle it. Maybe there is, maybe there's not, but I found a workaround. I have to record the animation and give it to an empty game object. And then I need to take the bolt and I need to put that inside of the empty game object. And this way, the bolt will do its animation, but it will only do it at wherever the empty game object is. Kind of big brain, not gonna lie. But I didn't realize that until a couple days after, and I kind of spent a lot of time racking my brain on this for one Reddit post to see, oh, wait a minute, that's how you do that. And so I kind of feel stupid for not figuring that out later, but I understand it now, and now I'm the big brain, and I understand how to do animations. But again, with the coins, I couldn't figure out how to make one add more than the other. Now, I definitely could do this. I'm going to go back in maybe later today and add this to the silver coin, and eventually the gold coin, which I'm going to add, well, I guess it's a bolt, not coins, bolts. So the gold bolt was going to do is anything above anything above 10. The silver bolt will give you 10, and the bronze bolt will give you 1. This way the gold bolt is looked at as more expensive and more sought after. And I figured that would be a nice touch to add, especially since you don't just want one coin currency. I've seen other games do it where they only have one, but I feel that you need to have a variety. Because if you're just constantly collecting the same thing over and over and over again, it gets a little bit boring. And you want to see a nice big gem, like, oh wow, I found this, and it's not just a bunch of little ones. But I will do that eventually, because it creates a sense that you got a bunch of money, so yeah. Alrighty, we also have a redesigned dialogue box. Now, there's nothing wrong with the old one, but it just kinda didn't look good. Which I guess is something wrong with it, but it just felt bland. It didn't feel spunk. And so we decided that we were going to add in a different dialogue box that had more steampunk style things, since that's the really whole vibe of the game. It's like a rusted old steampunk land, or a fantasy world. and I figured it would look much better compared to the just gradient of tan. And also, the text fit great with inside of it, and I had to increase it a little bit so that you could see it. But besides that, the new font also went great with everything, and it was able to easily get transitioned in. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below because the artist who made it is really talented, and I'd love for you to see it. But just in case I forget, it's on defont.com, and it looks just like Bubblegum Sans. So if you need to figure that out, just go onto there, look that up, and I'm sure you'll find it. But besides that, it's looking really nice, and I tested it out on a few other characters that were in the game, and it all worked great. I was able to set it up easily, and I was able to get it all working. Alright, so updated platforming. Now this is a big word, especially for people who don't know what platforming means. So let me explain. A platform is something that you can jump on, and when you're platforming, it's something that people can jump on consecutively. So essentially, why am I treating you guys like that? You probably understand this. You guys need to know this. So essentially what we did was, I took the area beforehand in the initial tutorial, and I decided to make it a little bit more challenging and added logs that you can jump on, instead of just a straight line, because I figured you have to understand these mechanics in order to play the game. A jump is crucial to any game. Think of popular, genres. They all require jumping, and so I want people to get it down. But weirdly enough, there's a glitch going on that is not letting me jump. So if anybody can help me out down in the comments down below, could you please help me? I'm trying to figure this out. It might just be because I'm dumb and I've got monkey brain, but I don't know. It's difficult, and I'm trying to figure out what's not allowing Spunk to jump. Like, it just will not go. It jumps on some areas, and it doesn't jump on either. And I've checked if it's static or not, and it's not working. So if anybody has some advice, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to see them, and if I can figure this out, I can make Spunk better. And we all know Spunk is the best game. It has no glitches, ever, and will never break. Everybody knows this. It's just a fact. It's literally just a fact. You know it. Comment down below. Spunk is amazing. Do it. You won't. Well, that was a weird section, but besides that, I also have some new puzzles that I designed. Now, I'm adding more to the forest area because I also want to introduce one of Spunk's abilities, his shock ability, which is going to temporarily freeze enemies. And so my idea is, now it isn't fully fleshed out and I haven't finished it, there's a lot of physics that you have to do, but essentially, you need to lure an enemy from around the area that I'm placing Spunk in to this big yellow button in the center. Now, I don't really have enemy AI yet. You're going to see that in the next devlog, hopefully. But if I'm able to finish that, I can get them to follow Spunk. And so when Spunk presses E, or F maybe, I'm not sure, pay respects. No, you're shocking people. But essentially, I want Spunk to press something and then shock an enemy. And then if that enemy is on top of the button, it'll weigh it down. And then that will unlock a parkour section that will come out of the ground. Now, that is a bit strange, but it's a puzzle and it's a video game. They go together like two peas in a pod. So I'm gonna do that. But essentially, it takes a lot of time to work on, so I've gotten the base area down and the yellow button. And I added a nice big castle-like gate because I wanted to have the forest protected from Split Town because they don't want the creatures from the forest getting in. So essentially, if you beat the parkour, you get a key, and then you can use that key to open up the gate and then get into Split Town. Now, Oogie's going to see you there and question how you got in because the gate is usually locked and the key is on the outside, and so you're going to explain it to him, and I figured that would be a cool little dialogue bit. Or maybe he'll be waiting outside the gate to help you, but all I know is that I'm going to put guards on this huge gate blocking the way, because I want it to seem like it's actually guarded. Like, if there are no guards there, what are stopping the guys from just busting through the gate and coming in? So there'll be guards there that you can talk to, but they're going to be very rude. So I'll add that coming up, and you'll see that in the next devlog. And that's about it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you really liked it, why don't you subscribe? You've made it this far, so I'm gonna assume that you like it, but either way, it would really help us out, and it helps us make more content like this and our other spin-off videos. And also, if you leave a comment down below telling us what to add or something that we can do better, we will listen to you and we will get right back to you, because helpful criticism is always a good way to help us, and it helps us learn, because this is all a learning experience for us. We're all noobs at this and we're just trying to get by, so it would be much appreciated. And without further ado, don't forget that you're amazing and stay safe.